Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm just going to go through some of the highlights of this game that I played online. It was an awesome game. I played against the Drifters. This player was a really skilled player. It was hard. The whole game was a real struggle, seesawing game back and forth, and it ended up going to extra time. Some good highlights in it, and I just want to go over a couple of those. So in this little passage of play, you can just see how hard contested this was. Lots of little handballs back and forth, intercepts, a bump there. And you see he runs into goal. He sees I've got the guy there to smother, so he goes back, has to retreat. I intercept and finally get some clearance there. Here I have a shot at goal but get caught and gets a good tackle. And what I found was right from the start and coming out of the back line, he does these little chip passes, more stab passes, which really is maintaining possession. So that forces me to sort of come up the ground and then he can go over the top and try to get further afield. This has basically done the whole game. He was very good at keeping possession, and that's what I needed to sort of fight against. Here I was lucky to get a free kick, but he filled the back line pretty quickly, had his spare man covering off. So I had to go wide and I attempted this, got a perfect stiff arm in, and just managed to get the kick away to get the goal. For the next bit, you can see at the top, I was using the quick interchange as much as possible. Players were tiring very quickly with this because there were not as many stoppages because this was a hardly contested game. So every time there was a stoppage, you can see that I'm using the quick interchange up the top right to just try and get as many players swapped out and fresh as possible on the field. The centre bouncers, we both had our sort of preferred tactics. You can see here his little quick tap and short kick to the centre half forward was almost unstoppable. There's very little you can do in those scenarios except put a good centre half back on the centre half forward and hope that he sticks with him. Whereas if I get the clearance, my tactic is usually to use forwards on the low setup and hit the leading half forward flank.
Anyone that's played me or watches my games knows that this is my preferred tactic. Maybe I spam it a little bit, but it is defendable. You just need to get your players in the right position. Another thing I was practicing in this game a bit was to get the hands up overhead, take on the tackler, and then try to get it to someone. This case didn't work out, so I held it in just for another ball up. However, sometimes you do actually get it to work. If you get your hands up, you might just have a teammate running by in a space, and then you can utilise him to get it out. Back to my opponent. He was really good at just maintaining control. So here you can see he's just using the handball to get it all the way out of the back line, through the middle, and eventually I just give away a free kick. But then he's really good at hitting up leads. Now I stuffed up the spoil, but he still took it and did a similar thing again. So here we see his centre clearances. He's just got out of there easily, and he saw the full forward coming and hit him up perfectly. This was really hard to defend. Occasionally I could actually defend it by getting a guy running back in front of the full forward, but he would notice this and adjust his play. Luckily here, it was just a handball and another ball up. Next up, he was really good at stoppages. You see here, he gets the ball and just has a player on the outside. He perfectly gets the handball to him and kicks the goal. His stoppage work was amazing. He kept winning taps and then could easily get rid of the ball. This one was a bit lucky, quick kick, and has just managed to pop over the top. Great goal. My best goal had a little bit of luck to it. Here, do the kick out and try the knock on over the top. It works. Get clear and then lay a bump to deck his ruckman, which he was a bit stiff about. Now, lining this up, tried to pop it through over the top. Instead, it's going to skid on. Almost hit the post. I think I kicked the post and get the goal. Just watch the replay here. The stab pass misses its target. Bounces, going through, takes a turn. Maybe it hit the post. I don't know. And unfortunately for him, followed it up with a series of handballs, out of tackles, keep moving the ball forward, and just get the goal. This is defendable, and some people can do it. I was a bit lucky on this occasion. When we hit three-quarter time, it was close. I was up by 2 goals, and I thought I'm going to make a tactic change. I'm going to throw Josh Dacos back behind the ball and just hopefully have some extra defence there. Unfortunately, it didn't work right out of the gate. He did his little chip forward, dragged a player there into the zone, and I didn't realise out the back was his forward open in the goal square. The final quarter was just pure chaos. There were lots of stoppages, there were tackles, spilled balls, some quality smothers at times. You'd take whatever opportunity you got and then defend like hell the other way. The final minute of the fourth quarter was absolutely massive. It was close, contested, difficult, and finished with something very quite interesting. I'll let this play out.
Kicks inside the forward 50, punched away. Cameron gives some ground with a handball. Rosie, Farrell showing some desperation, closed him down. He's besieged. It's been a solid hit out for both sides and great intensity for a practice match. Witts smashes it out of there. Wanganeen Malira steadies, drop punt, goal!
Can they pinch the match late? A huge centre clearance coming up.
There'll be a sad loser today. What a game. Cameron wins it. Sinclair takes a bounce. This will be their first entry for a while. Is this their chance? Dacos.
So here we go. 17 seconds on the clock. We've moved to 7 points up. I think I'm home. Yeah, I think you know how this plays out.
Witts wins the hit out. Wanganeen Malira delivers a long ball. Ash is proving hard to pass. Goes off the ground. He's gone off the ground and kicked a goal.
Well, they've given themselves a chance to piece this
Yeah, pretty good soccer off the ground. That's worked out well. I was thinking at this stage maybe I'll be okay. 7 seconds on the clock.
The two big men do battle. Wanganeen Malira, Warner. He'll go himself.
So yeah, a kick with 1 second to go levels the game and forces us to extra time.
Extra time is needed to decide this one. What a final turn that was.
Extra time didn't start too well. I got control in the back line, stuffed that up, turned it over. He did a few good couple of handballs and then dribbled through a goal, starting off the extra time style. I got a bit worried, went a bit bump happy. So you can see here, there's one bump. Got the ball forward, tried to take on the player, stuffed it up, went for a tackle, another bump, still not working out, went for another bump, and then eventually turned it over. Unfortunately, he covered me off with a great smother and forced an error. At the start of the second half of extra time, I had my back against the wall, goal down. I'm getting frustrated. He's beating me. He's much better than me. And I just happened to notice that his ruckman was tiring. Look at that stamina at the top. And that meant that my fresh ruckman, which I was quickly interchanging, come on, get the tap and allow me to do those usual plays that I love doing. From there, I took advantage of the ruckman being more fresh than his, won most of the tap outs, and was pretty lucky just going goal for the rest of the game. So I know this is not my usual type of video. I'm not trying to gloat or anything. I'm trying to show what I was thinking of as I was playing this game against a tough opponent that could basically pick my every move. This is what's great about the game, is that you come across someone that's really good and you have to try different strategies at different times, work them out and see what will actually get you over the line. By the end of the game, I was 23 points clear and got a nice win on the board. That absolutely did not reflect the overall battle that was ensuing for the entire game. It was hugely contested with 11 lead changes throughout. It's probably the hardest game I've played in a long time. Big props to Bomber TB Drifter for the match. He never resorted to abuse or never quit the game. Played the whole thing out, and I definitely look forward to our rematch sometime soon.